Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Ced Banner. This is my review of the Netflix series Season 1, Marvel's Iron Fist. So, this has been pretty long awaited. We've known it's been coming for at least a year and a half, possibly 2 years. Marvel has found this formula with Netflix that is just really, it works for them, but it's getting better and better, it seems like, with each series. We've had 2 seasons of Daredevil, we've had Punisher introduced. I believe the Punisher series is actually being shot as we speak, so it's coming soon. We've had Jessica Jones, we've also had Luke Cage, and yet to have a misstep. They've yet to have a misstep. So we come in with Iron Fist, a lesser known hero for those who didn't read the comics or aren't real deep into the entire Marvel universe. I didn't really know what to expect, but I trust Marvel at this point, especially when it comes to Netflix work. Let's start off with the acting. The acting in season one is not great. It's not great at all. But it's not bad either. I would say it's pretty mediocre, especially by Marvel standards and what they've done so far. It felt lacking in a lot of cases, a lot of scenes. Yeah. I would probably give acting overall for season one a B minus. It had its high points, but it also had some blah points as well. I will say, as far as the plotting and the writing, I love the way that characters are brought in from other series that Marvel has done. We get Rosario Dawson and her character. We get, I think, a total of 2 other characters from Daredevil. I won't say their names because I don't do spoilers. I'll let you watch it if you haven't seen it. We get a lot of mentions as well of Luke Cage, a lot of hints towards his series. I think we might have gotten one Daredevil reference. What I love the most is they snuck in a Hulk reference, which was extremely cool. I will say the dialogue was pretty impressive. I would say mostly in the second half of season one. There are a lot of memorable quotes. There were several times as I watched where I hit pause and actually saved some quotes, some lines in my phone because I just thought they were that cool. So that was good, and that's a kudos to the writers. I would give the plotting and the writing and the storyline as a whole B plus. I'll say my biggest negative is the pacing. Here we go, me talking about pacing again, but of course it's even more so important in a series than in a film because you have a lot more time, a lot more storyline and ground to cover. I would say the first 4 to 5 episodes, you're going to have to make yourself be committed. It starts off slowly, and it's somewhat understandable because they want to make sure that they establish the storyline for those who are newcomers to the story and to the character, which I get that, and that's cool. But after the, I would say, 5th episode, things pick up and the pacing gets a lot better. It just takes it a while to get there, and it does get a little frustrating. I will also say the martial art choreography was a little frustrating in the beginning, and I thought about it some when I finished watching the entire season. I thought maybe that was on purpose, just to show the development of the hero, and if so, cool. But I'm not 100% sure that's what it is. It got better towards the end of the season, but it took it a little while to get there. So there we go with the pacing again. I felt like in a lot of cases the choreography and the special effects could have been picked up a little earlier in the season. Highlight. I'm not sure what's up with Marvel and these great soundtracks, but they got a great formula and they need to keep it going. RZA has a lot of involvement here. I think he actually directed at least 2 of the episodes. But the soundtrack is great. I mean, the actual season starts off with So Fresh, So Clean by Outkast. And I mean, you're going to hear a lot of old gems and old hip hop jewels kind of pop up in the background throughout the season, made it much more enjoyable. There is a scene, I believe, within the last 2 episodes, where Danny, the Iron Fist, is actually practicing his martial arts as Anderson .Paak is playing. And it's a really cool scene. It's simple. There's not a lot to it, but the way it's shot is awesome. I really love that scene. And Lastly, I will say, things picked up, and when it picked up, there were a lot of moments throughout the series where it was a twist or just something that kind of caught you off guard, and I was like, oh, wow, okay, that's cool, and that's what I like while watching an entire season of any kind of series. You got plenty of that in the second half. I will say that, and this is another negative, the way the season was ended, I thought it got a little cheap. I felt like it was kind of a it felt like they wanted it to be more than what it was, if that makes sense. But, we'll get another season, of course, and maybe it'll pick up from that and kind of make up for it. So, yeah. So, my rating for Marvel's Iron Fist Season 1 is satisfactory, but room for improvement. Yeah, I mentioned everything that could be improved, and I think it will get better. Like I said, I feel like this season was more so about establishing the characters and storyline, and it got a little frustrating, a little boring and dull. But when things began to pick up, you really saw what this series could be. And I feel like season 2, hopefully they start off that way and keep that up, and things will get a lot better. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. That concludes my review of Marvel's Iron Fist Season 1. Until my next review, hey,